Hello. Let's play the daily. Okay. All right. Sort of an interesting board, I guess. All intrigue. It could get a little so one of the problems with intrigue, not problems, but anyway, one of the aspects of intrigues that makes these kind of decks annoying is that Shantytown is not like the greatest village ever for this. And then Nobles, of course, isn't like the best village ever either. So it's not terrible. We're gonna try to play. Well, there's multiple aspects here. So Torture is typically something that shut down the bot quite hard, but Masquerade is actually pretty darn good against Torture in general. Certainly, it won't necessarily help you if you're taking a million curses, but if you get set up with Masquerade, you can, for the most part, counter the Torturers. Now here, we probably need the Torturers anyway, just because the draw is better. But it's not... I mean, it's not a stretch to think that the bot's going to get a lot of provinces here in a way that makes them difficult to catch. That wouldn't surprise me. But I think I'm going to open... So the goal, of course, is eventually to play a few bridges, though I don't know that we'll ever really get to the point of playing a ton of bridges just because of the action issue. But we'll see. We're going to still play for a drawing deck. I think that's correct in any case. Just sort of a question of how well it does. I'll go ahead and buy the Torture. Another card you could consider picking up at this point is a Replace. I don't think that would be insane by any stretch, but we have pretty similar, and I'm going to prefer to play the Masquerade here to the Torturer. Hopefully we draw the Shantytown. We do have, okay, so that's pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is, as they say. We can discard here. Is all right. We probably still can make a nice buy regardless. So the bot go ahead and take 2 curses. Presumably they have the, they have something in hand to deal with. So in this case, it was Place. If you think they're going to take the curse, it's better to play Masquerade first, honestly. I mean, it's still a deck size increase to the bot, but on the other hand, if you're not really sure if you're going to get to another village, it's better to... Okay, so now we have an opportunity here, which I will take, because the next Torture play, they'll probably discard. But we play the Masquerade, and they still had an estate, but that's all right. That's not too terribly surprising. So they were just going all the way down to nothing there, apparently. Or willing to, anyway. Not great draw there, but it is what it is, as they say. I wonder... I mean, at some point you'd think about, I need to add the bridge, but I kind of like focusing on... That's a pretty easy pass there, actually. Not that... We could do this a couple of different ways. We're obviously gonna... Well, okay. I wouldn't have... Okay, well now we're stuck there in this next hand. This was pretty bad, but also just like pretty bad luck, honestly. I'm okay with triggering this. I would like to buy a bridge, and so that's really our only shot at that. The bot going... This is okay. I mean, the main thing is that the bot isn't... Well, would have loved to draw the Masquerade, but that's all right. There's not a big points gap, right? Which is good for us. We didn't really have anything there. Probably getting a curse? No, okay. Let's just trash and add another bridge. Okay, they buy another province. I'm actually, well, okay, we keep getting this shantytown. I mean, it's not a bad problem to have there particularly. Okay, so the curses are gone. We probably can't play both. I was gonna say the last card is probably not a. So the attack part is done, but we do have. I guess we might as well just buy a single note. It's either like double shanty. I maybe should have considered just playing 2 bridges there, but I'm not sure that really is all that good either. We could go shanty bridge. I'm a little bit worried about the piles. Could go like secret passage shantytown as well. Not totally sure about this. Okay, well this is a nice hand at least for it. That was quite lucky actually. This is weird. This is like all. That was actually not a great. Well, I say that it was an okay draw. I mean, was certainly better than some of the alternatives. Let's go double nobles and it really probably ought to just be a shantytown, but I guess we can still pick up a shantytown. Okay, so now we have to watch piles. So the shantytowns are at 4. The bot doesn't, well, it does have replace, but not necessarily in the best. Most of the estates are trashed. We probably can't buy any more villages, so it's probably just green from here. I don't know how to. Okay, the bot is still discarding to to masquerade or to torture, which of course is insane. We probably don't need 2 masquerades, so I'm just gonna trash it. I don't know what order of all this. See, I'm not. That wasn't probably the right order, but. Can top deck a shantytown or a nobles or something. Okay. Let's see. We have 4 buys, so 4 buys is not any sort of pile out, but. So the bot doesn't even have masquerade anymore, so we don't have to. Well, not that we could control it ever, but we don't have to quote unquote worry about that. So I'll probably just buy a bunch of secret passages just to try and up the. Okay, we didn't get anywhere here. They bought a copper. I'm trying to think if we want a duchy or just nothing. I mean, in some sense, duchy is similar to province for me, which is to say it makes me have a points lead and gives me, if I draw a deck and the bot hasn't scored, the opportunity to maybe pile out. Of course, the bot gets province. I mean, it's only a 4-point province, so it's not huge. These are kind of bad. I don't know the order to do all this in. We probably just want to hide a bridge like super far away. Maybe not full bottomed. Maybe like here is probably pretty reasonable. We're trying to draw cards, of course. So we'll just stick the bridges down here. It may even be correct to just put them fully on the bottom, but I'm not really sure. Okay. Well, there's some different options here. We can pass a estate is probably okay. They're probably giving me a curse now that I might keep the copper. Was there any world where we're not gonna have $10? We only have the 3 bridges, so they only cost 5. I'm not sure there's much value in keeping it, or any value rather. We can put his. Where's my other bridge? Do I not have 3 bridges? Am I just crazy? I thought I played 3 bridges one turn. I thought the. Oh, I have all these cards in the discard. What was it? It was like Shantytown. This is gonna get ugly. That was also not correct order there. Okay. So we're not even gonna have the actions to play them regardless. So we probably need to. Jeez. We can bottom deck a green card or something, but it's still gonna be rough. Okay, so we do have it. So we almost have a thing that works, but not quite. It's gonna be better to just draw up and not leave the stuff on the bottom. Though we don't have the money to buy province. Yeah, the village stuff is a real issue here. Well, let me think. We can buy a gold. I don't super love it, but we do need to buy a couple more provinces if we're gonna pull this one out. We could add another Shantytown, though that has some risks. They just played the replace, right? So that's not coming anytime soon. Which is good. I guess I should have kept that copper, because I would really 7 would be kind of nice here. I think we just take a gold. I'm not sure that that's correct, but okay. Well, ideally we draw out of some of this, but I guess we do it like this. We could have always hoped that the bot would discard again. Unfortunate. Let's do this. We need some Shantytown drawer. We just don't even get the actions. Probably get a curse. I was gonna say we're gonna score some for the bot periodically. It could be another torture, honestly. We could play more nobles for plus action and do the replace is still not there, so okay. But they are lowering the Shantytowns now, though actually this could potentially backfire on the bot. It would really be ideal to get into this is also a nice finishing turn because we can play the secret passages basically in a way that makes them look a lot like labs, because we can put the green cards all the way on the bottom, which you can't do if you're like playing another turn. You can't do in general if you're playing another turn, because you know, obviously then you need the cards. I wonder if we go for some kind of kind of don't think the Masquerade is great. What if we go for a Coppers? Some of them we probably need. What I was gonna say is we could go for a go for a Shantytown activation. So we'll do it here. It may work, it may not work out. Because I feel like we need the actions from nobles. Secret Passage Shantytown synergy is pretty sweet. Will not lie about that. Okay, so we get everything here. We could even draw the last cards. But anyway, this is enough to pile and win. Even double province and still Shantytown out. Got a little, I guess I was probably over exaggerating the degree to which we were in trouble. This isn't really even a deck that's very good at buying duchies, honestly. So that probably, the provinces were only happening with like the replace, which was going to happen once every like 5 or 6 turns maybe. Because you could easily miss a target with replace 2. I was probably a little too afraid there. I think the gold was pretty good at that point. There's definitely a lot of play order stuff with Shantytown, Secret Passage, and Nobles, and the other actions that I don't know that I got correct every time at all. As far as getting the Shantytown activations, which are, there's some things to manage them here, and it depends on deck contents and stuff. So it's a not easy thing to play correct by any means. I could have, yeah, it was just the pile issue. Otherwise, I would have probably had another bridge. If it weren't for the curses running, you would probably empty the Shantytowns and the nobles and have several bridges. But with the curses gone, you can't do that. Unless you're just already, unless you've got the noble split so big that you're literally just ahead in points, then you could do it. But okay, I think a pretty nice kingdom. A little awkward, but can be interesting too. So, thank you for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.